gotta show off my shirt every time. Okay, I like this one. I don't remember where I got it. Oh crap. Um, but I am a craftivist. Um, right, so let's get started. Hello and welcome. Welcome to the Surviving Life Today podcast. It's not really a podcast, whether it's a podcast, blog, journal, whatever we want to say it is. What we focus on here is how we're all surviving life today. I am your host, Kelly McFarland. I am an anthropologist, researcher, educator, crafter, small business owner, baker, mother, and farmer. I have a lot of ideas about how we're all surviving life and how we could craft a better future. I recently had a medical procedure, so I'm kind of in recovery still, so bear with me. Anyway, we are doing the intro series. This is about why I craft. The intro series is because I have so many different things that I want to record about. Obviously, I wear a lot of different hats, and so because of that, I kind of want to be able to put the videos in different topics. And so I'm recording an introduction to each topic, which is funny, but it's just how my brain works. So we're going to just go with it, because if I don't record this part, then I can't do the next part. And anyway, I changed the color. So, this video in particular is about crafting and why I craft, why I find crafting to be something that is a part of my DNA. So I am a crafter. I make crocheted items, knit items, wood burning, painting. I make soap, which I don't know if that's crafting or not. I play with leather. I paint. I do all sorts of things to make them. And a large reason why I think that I craft so much is just the creativity balance with anxiety, right? So I have a very creative spirit because I don't like being anxious. And so in order to not feel anxious, I will make things. And so that's kind of first and foremost what I have always chalked it up to my whole life. Just thinking about why I'm always making something, why I'm always so busy, is like anxiety makes me have energy to burn, and so then I want to make something. But there are other stories about it. So one is family history. So I think a big part of why I like crafting so much is kind of just like the family history, right? So my mom is Liz, her mom is Florence, great grandma was Maria Teresa, and great great grandma was Ramona Salgado. Ramona Salgado, we're from Puerto Rico. Okay, so Ramona Salgado was Black on her birth certificate and worked for evidently the richest man, or one of the big money people in wherever they lived in Puerto Rico, and a white man, a Spaniard probably, and Ramona became pregnant by the Spaniard's son. And the time period being post-Civil War, she was a domestic maid in the house. And so she was fired for getting pregnant. And she left and moved to live on top of a bookstore. And she, the rest of her life, was able to support Maria Teresa because of her seamstress abilities, right? So she was a seamstress. She made clothes, I guess. I don't really know too much. And then Maria Teresa grew up. Interestingly enough, I believe she is white on her birth certificate. So that was where that switch was made. And she became a renowned seamstress in the area. And she had my grandmother. My grandmother, I remember being a child, and my grandmother always sewed. My grandmother was always crafting. She was always painting ceramics. She was always doing things also. And then, I mean, I think I learned how to sew when I was a kid. And so it's just like that alone is a really interesting and strong family history that I had never heard before I was probably like 5 years ago. I heard that. So, so I've been crafting all my life, but it's just really interesting to know that what was created through survival became just what we all do during our spare time, right? Like I can't sit still without making things, and I really enjoy making things. It's not that I'm like, oh, I have to look busy for everybody else. It's like I just really cannot. I have so many things that I want to do that it's hard to figure out what to do next. And so that also feeds into like this idea of self-efficacy. Self-efficacy is the belief that you can do it. And it's not just like this belief that you can do it, but it's like almost like the follow through in like, even though I don't know what I'm doing, I know I'm going to get there. And I think that crafting and I think that like making things and having kind of just this drive to like always figure out how to fix it or make it work, uh, it goes to kind of that self-efficacy of I feel like I'm in control of the situation because I can make it. And then there's really like the craftivist idea of making it mine and showing who I am. I actually have an old recording, a tutorial of like making a descent collar that I'm about to be posting, that I recorded back when Ruth Bader Ginsburg passed away, just because it was sad. And then I felt kind of silly about it, and so I didn't post it, but I should have. And so now I'm going to post it because it's showing that I dissent, and I do dissent. So just this way of showing what you believe and who you are and where you are. I believe in crafting things and making things yours, whether it be, spray painting graffiti on a wall to show that you're in my territory, or whether it be crafting a specific collar necklace in order to show how you believe democracy should be. Whatever the case may be, right? We show who we are by what we wear and by how we creatively express ourselves. And so that's probably the final thing that makes me just like really a big into crafting. So that's all I had. I'm going to delete all the ums out of this. So what are your thoughts? Can you be born into crafting? Was it because of my family heritage, or is it just my search for being active, escaping my anxiety is really, it's not even being active, it's escaping my anxiety. Should more people try to make things? And does making things with your hands help you not to feel so anxious? And what would you like to see? What would you like to see me make? Please like, subscribe, hype me up, and leave a comment if you like. I am so glad that you joined me. And until next time, whatever you're doing, I hope that you thrive and survive in all that you do. Thanks.